Hi everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. Today is Monday, October 5th, and welcome to the Morning Brief. This is the channel to get your second stimulus and pandemic news update in a clear and concise summary. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, like, and the bell button. In this video, I will be going over first, breaking stimulus news, and second, status on the president's COVID-19 infection. In stimulus news, in Sunday's interview on CBS's Face the Nation, Pelosi mentioned that negotiations in Washington had not yet reached a deal on the next round of federal stimulus checks, despite increased pressure from President Donald Trump. We also had a tweet on Saturday from the president. The president tweeted, "Our great USA wants and needs stimulus. Work together and get it done. Thank you." The tweet from Trump came as great news for stimulus, as Trump now added pressure politically to get this stimulus round completed. Trump currently has been receiving treatment at Walter Reed Military Hospital just outside Washington. His tweet focused on resolving the partisan deadlock over another stimulus bill. This is where we are currently in terms of the stimulus bill. There's the Democrat updated HEROES Act, which was passed on Thursday at $2.2 trillion. There are still a few areas of contention among the Democrats and Republicans. The Democrats want a $600 per week unemployment insurance. Mnuchin countered with 5 fewer weeks of unemployment insurance and $400 a week. The $1,200 direct checks are agreed by both sides, but the Republicans are likely to counter with the illegal immigrant clause, meaning that the checks won't be sent to couples that have one person who is documented as an illegal immigrant or not registered with the state. $160 billion to airlines and restaurants. I believe that is agreed on both sides. PPE round 2, about 10 to 15 billion seems to be agreed by both sides. Democrats and Republicans are still, however, have a disagreement on real estate aid. And in state aid, they are currently in a disagreement between 400 and 450 between Pelosi and Mnuchin. Schools seem to be around 200 billion for the Democrats and 150 billion from Mnuchin. So currently, if we sum those all up, Pelosi has an act around 2.2 trillion and Mnuchin has a total around 1.7 trillion. So we're still about half a trillion away on both sides. When asked whether the tweet from the president meant that a stimulus deal had been struck, Pelosi responded, "No, it means that we want to see that they can agree on what we need to do to crush the virus," quote unquote. Pelosi has also expressed her desire for the first time to consider tackling such issues as airline bailouts in smaller piecemeal stimulus bills. So we'll see how this all plays out with the negotiation between Pelosi and Mnuchin ongoing today on Monday. Right now, we need an agreed upon deal between Pelosi and Mnuchin and a common package that can be passed again by the House and then up to the Republican-dominated Senate. Because right now, the $2.2 trillion updated HEROES Act doesn't have a good chance of passing even if it is voted upon in the Senate. We will continue to watch the status of the stimulus bills as it moves through both the House and potentially the state later on this week, the Senate. On to news regarding Trump's COVID-19 infection. Over the weekend, Trump's doctors gave updates on the president's condition, and today we learned Trump's physicians are hopeful he could return to the White House as soon as Monday, despite 2 serious drops in oxygen levels on the weekend. We also learned on Sunday that Trump is receiving dexamethasone, a steroid usually given to patients with severe COVID-19. One of Trump's doctors said the 74-year-old Trump was given the steroid dexamethasone on Saturday in response to transient low oxygen levels. However, the doctors said Trump's blood oxygen levels were currently stable. It is suggested by the World Health Organization that this drug is only used on severe patients, and it actually recommends usage and does not recommend usage of this drug in patients who are not serious. And the NIH, National Institute for Health, says this is typically only used for patients who are on supplemental oxygen or on ventilators. So as you can see, we've heard very conflicting reports on Trump's health over the weekend, and it's possible that his health is declining, and Monday seems a little bit premature for his discharge from the articles I read. But let's hope that he has a good recovery path, and we'll see what happens today on Monday. Also on Sunday night, the president gathered and waved from his black SUV in a presidential motorcade on Sunday night. The president rode around in his SUV and waved at supporters on Sunday evening on the street. Some doctors slammed the public event, stating he was risking lives for political theater after this unexpected drive-through for Trump supporters. On the weekend, we also heard that his doctor, Sean Conley, said on the weekend, he had 2 concerning drops in oxygen, but he is doing well. Chief of Staff Mark Meadows had been quoting, he made unbelievable improvements, and his desire to achieve a second stimulus bill is greater than ever. So let's all mark October 7th on our calendar, as that will be the 7th day Trump will have contacted COVID, and his symptoms should be at the highest on that day. So we will see how he is doing. So we'll keep monitoring the Trump situation and the stimulus situation. That's it for now. So thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe. See you next time.